Alright, hey guys, sorry about that. Real life was calling a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna erase. I set this to linear dodge. We're gonna erase around a little bit because we don't want bubbles on our focal or anything. Here we are. Maybe desaturate it a little bit. But now they're not really noticeable, so we're gonna new adjustment layer, curves. And this is only gonna go on our bubble because we're gonna clip mask it later, so it doesn't matter how the rest of it looks. Control G, and there's our rebel layer. Now I'm gonna add a space stock if I can find one. Stocks. Because everything here is, all of my folders are like really organized, so I suggest organizing it if you're gonna take this like really seriously. If you're not, then don't bother. You can delete everything after saving it on your desktop. So here's my space stock. It's with the flow right now, sort of. We're gonna put it with color dodge, see what looks best. No. Try screen. Better. Try linear dodge. Yeah, linear dot works best. And we're gonna erase around the focal a little bit. And we have our effects right there. I'm gonna save this because I sort of like it. I don't want it to get deleted or anything. I'm just Xenomorph, because that's the render. And the theme sort of going on here. Also, we're just gonna, let's see, insert another space dock. Let's see, I'm gonna take this really glowy specky one here. I'm gonna take lower the here. We got a bunch of fancy lights and specs, which is good. Set it to lighting's not really good for stuff like this, so I'm just gonna send this to screen. Linear dodge is too bright, I can tell, for this kind of thing. And color dodge makes it all weird and contrasty. So we're gonna use a soft brush again. Get the effects down. Here we don't really want the things to appear, so here. So here's what we're gonna do. I just erased around a little. I used a big brush because I want to sort of feather out. You can use an elliptical marquee tool and feather around a bit, but it all depends on your personal taste. The end usually justifies the means, so as long as you get it the way you want, it doesn't matter how you got it. So, sort of. Unless you got copyrighted stuff, and that's a different story though. Screen, more specs and stuff. Now we're getting too much specs, so we're gonna erase unnecessary stuff. It's always good to undo. Control Z is one of your best friends. Maybe add a bit more splatters on here. And since we got space stocks, it'll add more variety. So we're gonna get our splatter brushes. No, our descent brushes. These are just weird looking brushes by Axerator 79. Just add these on here. And ignore the yelling coming from the other room. Same thing. Apply image. Flip it around. Clip mask. Now that looks sort of ugly, so we're gonna just... If you have a graphics pen, this step's really good, but I don't have one. I might get one for Christmas or whatever. So I'm just gonna use the pen tool to make sort of weird lines that go with the flow. Flow is always good. If anything disrupts flow, then you're doing it wrong. It's sort of a main principle. Stroke, I'm gonna stimulate pressure because it looks more natural for this type of thing. I'm gonna rotate it a bit. After we rotate it, we're gonna do the exact same thing. Clip. I'm gonna just duplicate this and make it one layer. Control Alt E, image, horizontal, and G. So now we got our pendulum around here. Just gonna erase a little bit with a soft brush. Now that we've got it down, I think this looks really good, actually. Just a bit more adjustments. Here. Get these little specks. Oh, I took out our clip mask. We can fix that right now. So, a lot of my stuff is trial and error. If you guys like it, that's okay, I guess. Linear dodge. No, let's try screen. Yeah, I'll try. Now, we're gonna new layer, and we're gonna use the eyedropper tool. Just click eye, and get a glowy sort of color from here. So there's our color. Use a softer brush, and first of all, fill this layer with black. Then set it to linear dodge. Set the fill to about 60 or so. Now we're gonna brush around here, give it a bit more glow effect. If it's too strong, lower either the opacity or the fill. Doesn't matter. See our glow right there. Do the same thing with this one. Do the same thing on a new layer. Linear dodge. I drop a different color. I'll just take purple or something. This time I'm gonna use 100. Now I'm just gonna